How's it going, guys? Today we're back with another restoration video. So today we'll be doing something a bit different. We've got this Tootsie toy Plymouth. So this is one that I haven't done any Tootsie toy restorations. I don't have nearly as many of those as I do like Matchbox or Hot Wheels. I've only got a few, and this is the only big Tootsie toy car that I've got, if it'll focus on there. There we go. This one isn't too bad. They all had a lot of flashing around the edges and stuff because they're cheaper cars, but this one's been painted black. It used to be blue, as you can see on the front. So the only thing we've really got to do is repaint this one, because there's no interior, there's no glass, there's no base, there's only just the body and the wheels. And the wheels, I don't know how you're going to be able to get those back in if you don't break these tabs. So we'll have our work cut out for us on this one. I guess it'll be a lot of sanding probably for the on the edges with all the little bits of flashing and stuff, and then getting the paint off. But I like this thing, it's neat. So before I even started taking the paint off of this car, I had to file down all the edges, which were had some gashings on, or flashing on them. Especially this back window, it was just like, it was like spikes because they were so big. So I got those sanded so they're flat, and on the side there's really nothing I can do about this one here, because that's part of the body, but it isn't here on this side. And mostly just around the windows is where the flashing was really bad, especially on most of these Tootsie toy cars. That's where they usually are, and some on the edges of the bottom. But other than that, I think there really isn't anything else that's really wrong with the body. There isn't any things that need to be sanded or anything, not until we take the paint off and see what's under the paint. So the next thing we did was get the paint off the car. There really wasn't too much on it aside from the black that was on it, as you can kind of see on the back a little bit. Not all of it came off, but most of it did. So the metal is about as good as I expected. There aren't really, well, there's a couple pits in it, but nothing that wouldn't have been there from the factory, I don't think, because these cars aren't the best quality cars, because most of them just, the paint doesn't even go down to the sides. I've got a couple of the smaller Tootsie toy cars that the paint doesn't even go down the sides. It's like they just painted the top, and then they just moved on to the next car. So you can see it here, and then there's really no paint on the underneath because it's just bare metal from factory too. So now I got the car painted. After I put the primer on it, I put a couple coats of this dark blue color that I liked, and it turned out not too bad. The paint isn't perfect, but they never were perfect from factory, so I think it turned out pretty nice for how good it was before. I don't remember, the color that it was before was a little bit lighter of a blue color, but this is pretty nice. I'm not going to put in any taillights or headlights because they're not very distinct, so you can't really make them out that much, and they wouldn't have had it from factory either. And it would be kind of hard to put in the headlights and taillights. I think it would. But this has been a short video, but there really wasn't much to do with this car because there's no base to take off, there's no interior, there aren't any windows. It was just pretty much getting the paint off, filing off all the flashing, and painting the car was pretty much all we needed to do, was the thing. And it turned out really nice. Tootsie toy Plymouth. It's a very dark blue, but once it's in the light, like, it's actually very bright here, but you can't really tell because this camera doesn't pick it up, that it looks black to you on the camera, but it is actually a blue color. If I can get the light to reflect it. It's kind of hard because on the camera it's just showing up black, but it's not actually that dark of a blue. It is pretty dark, but it's not like so dark that it's black like it looks for you guys, but I think it looks really nice. It's not really even though. It looks kind of like textured, like the metal underneath looks textured, but it isn't actually, so it's weird. I think it's this paint because I've painted another car with it in a previous video and that paint didn't turn out very well, so I'm not really sure, but I think that's all we've got for this video, so don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.